Hello, Donna here, Transcending Trauma, Speaking to Solutions. So, I want to talk about another topic today about taking up space and what that means. It kind of goes along with the other video I just made about do you hide yourself? And there's a lot of symptoms that come from complex trauma, and the symptoms are usually maladaptive coping mechanisms. I mean, they kept us safe. So, like giving ourselves compassion, making yourself small, the opposite of taking up space, is, something we often had to do to protect ourselves from, people that were unsafe. And it wasn't safe to be expressive, to be authentic, to be, sorry, messages popping up. I notice with people, because I notice the traits and patterns of narcissistic people. I've grown up in that system and I have some wisdom around it. I recognize the patterns of behavior when I see them, and knowing that they will definitely make you feel small because they want the hierarchy. They don't realize that there's enough power to go around, that everyone can shine and it doesn't take away from your own light. But they don't realize this. They work off of I think they call it a zero-sum game. Instead of reciprocity, it's very competitive. There's a winner and a loser. It's not that, we're all people that connect together and we all have value. So learning to take up space, it can be very triggering too. I remember reading about someone talking about trying to calm someone down during a panic attack, and the body wants not to be calm because that doesn't feel right in that moment. In the moment, the body is flooded with cortisol and adrenaline, and safety feels like vulnerability, or peace feels like vulnerability. It wants to fight or flight. It wants to run, so honoring that, even not letting the body run, letting the body feel the fight. We as a society have often shamed anger. I know they talk about men can't feel feelings. When are women allowed to feel angry? And we're told when we feel our feelings that what are some of the words, we're too sensitive, or I don't know, all sorts of negative things. I can't think of them right now. Maybe you can share in the comments. But I know definitely anger is something that I was taught I could not feel. And yet anger is a natural emotion that comes up in a body. When someone's abusing you, I think anger is a just feeling. And then that's data. Then when I can tap into my feelings and know, I'm feeling angry around this person, around this behavior, that's some information for me. Naturally, I don't want to stay angry, but to feel those feelings and to accept the data so that I can get myself out of precarious relationships and situations. So taking up space, I've heard it described by Jay Reed as defying the narcissist, defying the toxic people in your life, defying the people that want to dim your light, take up that space. I'm taking up space right now on making a video on YouTube, and I'm allowed to. Can feel very triggering for me. I want to hide. Hiding is safety, not sharing, all that imposter syndrome feelings, those come from complex trauma. That's why you have those feelings. That's why you want to stay small. We're all allowed to be expansive, Again, there's enough light in all of us to shine, It does not dim anyone else's light by you shining, Only toxic people feel that way. So, and naturally, you can imagine when you've grown up around, cluster B personalities, and when you've shown they've gotten angry about it and they punished you for it, in abusive ways. So the psyche learned then to stay small, and not take up space. And, then you can't be your authentic self. You can't shine. You don't feel good. having opinions. You don't even think have value enough to have opinions. But let's defy that. Let's defy those feelings and start taking up space, Make some comments here. Share your experiences. You're safe here, by the way. I will not be cruel to you. I am a very understanding, empathetic person. And to realize there is people like that out there. There is also unsafe people. There is both. They both exist in this world. It's not just all unsafe people. And it's also not naive and magical thinking all safe people. There are both people in this world, So to, look for safe community, look for safe spaces, look for safe people. And those people, who are they? They're the ones that allow you to shine without feeling threatened by it. All right, take up space. Peace out.